Hamzed, can you get me the youth intake preview, please? Thanks, mate. Hello? Fenton Holder, just the man I want to hear from, mate. We have negotiated a fee for Leon, with Leon for you. Yeah. 13.75 million. Oh, yeah, mate. It smashes our transfer record. Yeah, so now what we need to do is just agree a contract with you. So, what do you want? What do you mean you're not interested? Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome to Season 14, Episode 7 here at H&W Welders. On the Impossible Dreams, we look to win the Champions League with the club for the first time. We can't do that this season, but we can win the Europa League, and we've got the draw for that, the first knockout round draw coming up in just a second. But today it's going to be Dungannon, and it's also going to be Linfield in some festive football, and I should really have my Santa hat on, shouldn't I? So Dungannon and Linfield is in some festive football, but before that we have got our youth intake preview, and unfortunately, well, it's not the greatest. There's one promising centre-back, which is good. There's a defensive midfielders. There's one of our defensive midfielders looks like I have potential. One of the wide midfielders looks a prospect, and there's one good Northern Irish defensive midfielder from Belfast who's caught the eye. Other than that, not much. And down the bottom there, this is a very poor crop of players, unfortunately. So that's not ideal. I think this is the first year of Dennis Dixon being the head of youth development. I think so. When did his contract start? Anyway, 2031. No, so he's been here for a while. So never mind. He's been responsible for a few youth intakes. So that is that. And the other disappointing news involves Fenton Holder. Now, unfortunately, the actual news item has dropped out of my inbox, but we had agreed a fee for Leon for Fenton Holder, I should say, 13.75 million, and he does not want to join us. He wasn't interested in even negotiating a contract, never mind, actually being able to agree one with him. So that is a big disappointment. He's on 8, almost 9 grand a week at Lyon. We can afford that. We can afford his 23 grand a week, I think, at this point as well. I would love to have got him in, and we'll keep trying, even if we have to get him back on loan for another year. But right now, he's not interested in becoming a welder permanently, which is massively disappointing, obviously. But there we go. That is what it is. Now, there's some games to catch you up on since last episode, but before that, we need to get and see this Europa League first knockout round draw. Well, we've had Marseille the last 2 seasons. Let's see who we get this season. So, Europa League first knockout round draw. Let's have a look and see who's here. After our exploits in the Champions League group stage, I really do think we're a chance of going very deep in this competition. So the teams in this first round draw with us are St Etienne, Basel, Elche, of Spain. We've got Copenhagen, we've got Partizan, Lazio, Porto, and Valencia, as well as Atalanta, Benfica, Falkirk. Didn't expect to see them there, I've got to say. Trucking Football Manager will be very happy with that, won't he? We've got Feyenoord ourselves, we've got Nice, we've got Sporting, and we've got Wolfsburg. There is no one there for us to fear, is there? There's no one there for us to fear at all. So let's see who it is we get. And if it's Falkirk, then then all the better. Though the fact that they're there, and it obviously appears strange, makes me wonder a little bit if they're a team that they could be a very good team. We're not going to get them because they've got Copenhagen. Benfica, you'd probably rather avoid Benfica, and probably Lazio as well. Lazio comes out and we don't get them. Sporting gets them. Here we go, at home first leg, and we get FC Basel. And I tell you what, we should feel confident, I think, that we can beat a Swiss side, shouldn't we? So that is very nice indeed. We did, of course, fall at this stage last season to Marseille, having beaten them the season before. But I think FC Basel is a team that we should feel confident in beating. Now, how have they done so far in Europe this season? They came through Europa League Group D, and they came through second behind Anderlecht, knocking out Olympiacos and Austria Vienna. I mean, it's not a weak group, but it's certainly not a strong group, is it? So I think we should feel quite confident in that. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. But we've got some games to catch you up on the field now. So let's go and do that, starting with a league game against Portadown. McDade gave us the lead, and then found De Lauro to smash in our second. Before Hill crossed for McKay to head in our third in the second half. So a comfortable win this one. You can see they never registered a shot. That's how comfortable it was. McDade, De Lauro, and McKay with the goals. And yeah, very comfortable it was indeed. Next up in the league, it was Ballymena United. Let's go see how that went. McCracken was left unmarked to put us ahead. Surgeon found McLean to make it 2-0. And McLean's flick-on found Holder to get our third, before Armstrong made it 4-0 at half-time. McLean crossed for McCracken to get his second early in the second half, before McCracken completed his hat-trick. McLean was involved again as Holder got his second. And Armstrong's second made it 8-0, before Turpie completed the scoring. So a stunning performance from us this one. We really did just play them off the park. They did go down to 10 men late on, but it was already a game done at that point. But I've got to say, man of the match for me, McLean, or maybe not, there's quite a few. He just seemed to be involved in everything. Now, he's one of the youngsters. Unfortunately, his potential is sort of dropping away. Now, that's probably because we're getting better players in. You know, he's only 18. He doesn't look fantastic, but look at the match ratings. When he plays well, and it's always a good thing to have. So, yeah, we might have, well, I'd say we might have a good one. It's not really showing just yet, but we'll keep playing him where we can, because he did do quite well. Now, next up in the league, it was Larn. Let's see how we rebounded. Don't really rebound, how we responded to a 9-0 win. Larn took the lead, and we're 2-0 up inside 20 minutes. DeLauro found McKay, who pulled one back before half-time. And a stunning McKay strike drew us level, before he crossed for Turpie to give us the lead. But we were forced to settle for a point late on. So a really frustrating one this. They missed 2 penalties, although obviously the first one they tucked away the rebound. It was just a bit of a sloppy day for us. McDade up top wasn't particularly good. McKay was superb. He was far and away the best player on the pitch. And Turpie came off the bench. And, well, at the time, I thought he'd won it for us. But another one that is potentially still, quite good. But just falling away, the potential anyway is falling away. But he's a useful player for us. And perhaps crucially, he's starting to stay fit as well. Now, next up, we actually played Larn again. It was the semi-finals of the League Cup. Let's see if we can get revenge for our first drop points in the league. We fell behind in the second half, but Kamani's first Welders goal drew us level in the 90th minute, only for Larn to win the tie in extra time. I'll tell you what, these Santa hats are hot, but disappointing there. I don't really know what to say. We should have won. It was one of those games. You can see from the XG tracker from shots, we should have won the game, but we were poor. And, Holder up top had a poor one. We brought Picasso off. He missed a sitter. We brought Picasso on, I should say. He missed a sitter as well. And it was just one of those that wasn't meant to be. One of our former players got sent off, so that was a shame to see. But we're out of the competition, unfortunately. We fall at the semi-final point. Final game to catch you up on was in the league against Glentoran. Let's see how we did in that. McKay's cross was headed in at the back post by Brady to give us the lead. Brady smashed in a second, before DeLauro picked out McDade to make it 3-0 at half-time. A McKay rocket made it 4-0. Before McKay's cross caused chaos in the Glentoran defence. And he then put Brady's hat-trick on a plate to complete the scoring. So Brady got the goals in this one with a hat-trick, but McKay was absolutely brilliant. DeLauro as well is playing quite well. We just got better and better the longer this game went on, and you can see from the XG tracker we really did finish strongly. But just want to draw attention to DeLauro. He is really, really coming on nicely for us and looks an absolute star of the future. So very, very happy with him. And what did we pay for him? Wasn't too much, was it? 170 grand. And that's what we've got. Absolutely brilliant. How's he only worth 93? That is a crime against football. But let's have a look and see what all that means for the league table. And, well, it's done. Give it to us now. And yeah, well, obviously Champions League disappointment out on a head-to-head against Real Madrid, but we turn our attention therefore to the Europa League, and I think that's a very, very winnable tie. But of course, today is all about festive football in the league. It's Dungannon first up. Let's have a look and see what we're doing against them. We're expecting a 5-3-2 formation. And this is the team we're sending out. It's Young in goal. It's Ellis, Potoknik, McGurk, and Hill as the back four. Hill's a little bit tired, and so is Ellis. That's not ideal, is it? Okay, so let's have a quick look here. So a quick change of plan. There'll be Surgeon, Potoknik, McGurk, and Kavanagh as the back four. It's Atwell and Thompson in midfield. It's Scully, Armstrong, and Lake. It's Holder up top. I know, a game without McDade up top in the league. Let's get out there. Now, of course, Dungannon was one of those clubs that we really did struggle with for a while, but managers have come and go, and I don't recognise any former players there either. Oh, Neil Taylor, he was our goalkeeper, was he not, for a while? So yeah, let's see what we can do here. We have been struggling a little bit in the league. I'm just going to go with I fully expect to win and see where that gets us. Yeah, it's not been great. Not that I say it's not been great. We just won a game 9-0 and 6-0 not that long ago, but we've just been struggling a little bit to I mean both the LAN games are poor. I think that's probably what's stuck in my head a little bit, but yeah, just trying to motivate them I think has been a little bit of a problem. But we'll try to say we'll try expect to win and see what happens with that. Hopefully we'll get a good result here. It is a little bit of pressure off obviously with in the league games, so we can just sort of relax and enjoy it. But 6 minutes without a goal, not ideal. Let's give them some encouragement. Venton Holder is looking complacent. I was really disappointed that when we negotiated the fee, 13 and a half, or just under 14 million. That is very, very doable. And there's a penalty kick, and it'll be Armstrong to take it. Now, he missed his last one. Let's hope he's got his goal-scoring boots on here for us. It would be a nice thing to take the lead in this one. Armstrong, what's he got for us? He sends the goalkeeper the wrong way. And it is 1-0 to the Welders. A fourth goal this season for Armstrong. And, well, all the locals they're the hardcores, aren't they? They go home and away. They probably can't afford or don't get tickets to go to the big European games. But anyway. They're our true fans. So anyone can go to Paris away. Dungannon at home. That's the real test of a fan, isn't it? There's a ball in for McGurk, and he gets a third goal. He, of course, got one of the goals, didn't he, against Paris Saint-Germain? And it's a third goal of the season for him. And at 2-0, well, you'd like to think we're not going to concede 2 or 3 goals to Dungannon, and that should be that. We'll give them some more praise, and, well, could we have another cricket score in our hands here? Here we go with Scully. Scully threads it through for Holder. He holds it up. Lake! Oh, that is nice strike from Lake. Benton Holder with the assist. The 9th goal this season now for Lake. And, well, we've got that opening goal and we've scored 3 in 10 minutes afterwards. Nice ball here. Was it Scully with the ball through? Nice ball there. Holder drew in 2 defenders, laid it off, and, well, Lake made no mistake with that finish whatsoever. And that is 3-0 to the Welders. We do have Turpie on the bench. I might try and give him some game time in the second half here. One thing I am trying to do, Holder is a little bit not completely happy with his playing time with us, so I'm trying to make him happy with his playing time on the loan spell, hoping that he will then want to join us permanently. So that's why he's playing this one, and what I might even start and do, given that the league, it doesn't. Oh, Potoknik now gets himself a second of the season. And that is 4-0 before half-time. What I might even start and do is even play 2 up top so we can get McDade and Holder going as a duo up there. That could work out for us. The reason I don't do that more often, and what I could do is play an attacking 4-4-2 really, is it's just the wingers. We have such good wingers at the club that if we were to play with the 3 or 2 centre-backs in the league or whatever it would be, and the 2 strikers, it means that typically we wouldn't have wingers. But I suppose in the league, there's absolutely nothing stopping us from just going a little bit silly, and we could probably play a goalkeeper and 1 centre-back and still have relative success in this league, I would imagine. So that is excellent. Well, let's bring Turpie on now. Let's give him a full half of football. Holder's got his start. He's got his goal. Did he get a goal? Maybe he didn't get a goal. Oh, he didn't get a goal. He'll be annoyed I've taken him off. But Turpey's on there now. Here we go with Armstrong. Can we get another goal from a set piece? No, that one's headed away. Atwell will pick it up. Let's see what he can do. Goes back for Kavanagh. Armstrong is in space. You don't want to give Armstrong too much space. He glides into the penalty area. Unfortunately, Lake goes down. It's fallen again for Atwell. So it's a good spell of pressure. And it goes back there for Surgeon. Atwell. Armstrong. Thompson. Armstrong. Ball through for Scully. Armstrong again. Armstrong just passes it in the back of the net. And it's a 5th goal of the season. A 2nd goal of the game. For him, a 5th goal for us, and this is getting to the point early in the second half where it could quite literally be anything. We've already had an 11-0 against Galatasaray and 9-0 against Ballymena. It's a really nice goal, that actually, isn't it? What could we do in terms of ridiculous scores in this one, I wonder? Had a couple of 6-0s as well, I think. Armstrong with another free kick. Atwell's got time and space. He goes back to Armstrong. We've still got all the big boys forward. Armstrong on the hat-trick. His eyes light up, but it goes just over the bar. Is there anybody else on the bench we could give some game time to? You know what we could do? Sirok could do with a little bit of game time for his development. He's actually happy at the club now, which is good. He was a little bit upset. You know what we could also do is bring Weather up on for some game time. He was a little bit annoyed he didn't get registered in the Champions League squad, if you remember. I mean, that's going back quite a ways now. But he's got over that, which is excellent to see. So, here we go. Armstrong on the hat-trick. It would be a wonderful effort to bring it up, and he's put it just over the bar. Armstrong is playing a 10. Look at that. Wonderful stuff from our number 10. Dungannon with a throw. They lump it forward. And, they might have a chance here. They don't, though. It goes past the post. Young never really looked concerned there, did he? 10 minutes to play. We'll give them some praise. And the second half, how often do you see it? It has just kind of petered out, hasn't it? Let's try and demand more. Is there another goal? No, there's not, but 5-0's not bad. A double from Armstrong, McGurk, Lake, and Potoknik with the others. And it was as comfortable as it comes. And next up, though, we've got Linfield. That'll be a much bigger test. And the perfect result for us in the other game as Linfield and Larne both drop points. So it doesn't get any better than that. 15 points clear already. Armstrong is set for his bonus for goals and assists, which is absolute. 19 key passes, 2 goals, 2 assists. No wonder he played a 10. What a player he is. And, well, I sort of get a little bit scared every transfer window that we might lose him. Sevilla is interested in him now. He doesn't have a release fee. His contract has years to run, so there's no need for it. Oh, he does have a release fee, 30 million. So let's hope that no one triggers that. But if they do, to be fair, we'd probably go dancing all the way to the bank, wouldn't we? Guys, wait right there. It is Linfield next. It'll be a Boxing Day game, and hopefully, I wonder if we could put 5 past them. Okay, welcome back. Now, before we get to the Linfield game, we do have a Christmas present for you. We have signed a new centre-back starting as of the new year in game. So, Paolo Octavia. I should have practiced Octavio. Let's go with that. We're signing on a free transfer at the end of his contract, a $2,500 a week. You can see the other ins and outs of his contract there. Let's have a look at him. Now, we very, very high potential. He has been on trial with us, so we actually do know exactly what his attributes are like. A couple of things that I like about him: he can play on either foot. He does have good determination, even though he's unambitious. He can pass the ball as well. Now, my plan here, if we go and have a look, he's at Corinthians right now in real life. That's where his current club is. His contract is expiring. He has played a couple of seasons in the Italian. Let's try this again. Going well in the Brazilian Serie A even. And my plan here is, well, we want to make sure we have a little bit of cover if we can't get McGurk to stay permanently. But my plan is, if we go and have a look at the squad with centre-backs, is that we'll try and get Tommy Martin out for a fee. So that's obviously him, we'll get him out on for a fee. We'll bring in Octavia on nothing basically, and the other one that we might look to get out is Potoknik. He's a sort of a raw defender, or sort of an out-and-out defender, but there's not too much else, technique-wise about his game. So I'm thinking we might get those 2 out. We'll then have him to come in and play along with Vogler. And then we'd have McGurk, Kidd, and is there one other one? Then we would still have Nathan Lewis as well as our centre back. So that's the plan. We'll see. Hopefully, as I said, January we'll be able to get Tommy Martin out for a decent fee. But Octavia is Octavio. I'll get there eventually. He's coming to join us. He'll be here next episode. He'll be here almost for the next game. But we are playing Linfield here, so let's have a look and see what we're expecting. It's a bus park, a 5-4-1 formation, and this is the team that we're sending out. It is Young in goal. It's Surgeon, Kidd, McGurk, and Kavanagh. It's Kamani and Thompson in midfield, a European duo. It's Scully, Armstrong, and McKay. It is Holder going again up top. You can see what I mean here, where it says he's unhappy with the amount of playing time. If we can get rid of that, we'll have another go and see if we can sign him permanently. But we need him to be happy first, I think. If we're any chance of getting him, obviously, we need him to be happy first. So these are the team sheets. Jidda is still in goal for them. Gareth Wilson, McGreevy. So a couple of our ex-boys are still there. And let's have a look here. What do we want to say? Put on a worthy display. We could probably get on board with that. Let's make it a very special Christmas for all those welders out there. And hopefully one to remember. All right, and here we go. It's going to be a Brazilian, of course, as well. Our first Brazilian. It is a sellout at Tillysburn. You'd love to know if we could get a stadium expansion at some point, or even a new stadium. But I'd take an expansion. I'm not sure what the capacity is you need to host your own European games. It's always been my dream in these Impossible Dreams series is to be able to host our own Champions League games, but we've never been able to do it yet. Barlow Town, we never did, and well, you suspect that maybe we're going to have a similar fate. What a cross that is by Scully. Goalkeeper's probably done well in the end there, and Holder has won a corner. Armstrong across the take. Good ball to the back post. It is a terrible header from, was it Holder, I think? And that's not £14 million worth of striker, is it? Let's give them some encouragement. And yeah, I mean, it's one of these. If we get the first goal, we could do anything. But the team talks, as I said at the last game, I am struggling a little bit, just trying to get them to play well. And I think it is Linfield and Larne are the two obvious ones where they're not terrible. They're obviously other professional teams. Here we go with McKay, who has been in scintillating form recently. Is he going to whip another cross in here? No, it's blocked. Kamani picks it up for Surgeon. Surgeon, ball in, headed away. And, oh, McGurk doesn't get there first. And, well, what can we do here? Kavanagh, go across, man. Go across. He does okay. It's fallen for McGreevy, and McGreevy gives Linfield the lead. And this is the same team playing the same way that we did against Paris Saint-Germain. And we're 1-0 down to Linfield. It was typical Welders at times in these sorts of games. Just fell asleep. And a little bit of bad luck there, I think, that the ball has fallen to McGreevy, but we were just too slow to react, weren't we? And that is us 1-0 down. One thing we might do, given how they're parking the bus there, is we'll just lower it down and look for the overlaps and try and pick them apart. Maybe we've been a little bit... Oh, kid. I think we all know what's coming. It looked like he had about 3 goes at him. And we can have not too many complaints about that. Now, given how they're playing, I see no need to have a second centre-back, if I'm completely honest. What we might do is just have Kamani sit a little bit. But they've only got the one man up top. We'll just let McGurk go man for man with him. He's playing as a false 9 as well. And see what we can do. We've got a corner. Scully knocks it in. It's decent. Holder. Oh, and what's happened there? It's a penalty. Not too sure what's happened. It's going to be Armstrong to take it. And let's see what Armstrong can do. Well, there we go. He is human after all. And there is signs that this is going to go the wrong way for us, isn't there? Down to 10 men. We get a penalty and we miss it. Maybe this is more Armstrong's distance. He chips... Oh, I'll tell you what he's done. Well, Holder's there, and the goalkeeper makes a save, and Scully misses it as well. Oh, calm down, boys. Calm down. We've been unlucky there. We have been the better side, even with 10 men. I am just going to say unlucky, I think. Let's say we've got faith in them. And, I mean, it was stupid from Kidd, but everybody else is... We just need to... If we take a chance... You feel like we could go on and win this. Ball forward. McGurk is there. Heads it down for McKay. Armstrong. Kamani. Surgeon back to Armstrong. You do get the feeling we just need to not panic here. Here we go with McKay. McKay to hold up. Back to Armstrong. Armstrong, it gets tackled away, but he keeps possession. He goes for Kamani. Kamani's got a little bit of pocket of space to work in. Back to Armstrong. Thompson's making runs everywhere, but none of them are any usefulness. Here we go with Surgeon. Can he get a cross in? He can. It's bouncing around, and it's going to be an own goal. We'll take them however they come. It's Tim McAllister that's done us a favour. It's 1-1. And that is, well, let's demand more. It's been a really good start to the second half. We picked up where we left off in the end of the first half. I'm not really sure what he's doing there. Surely someone behind him's got to give him a shout, let it run. But anyway, not our problem. Now, where we might have a problem is if they decide they want to go more than just one up top. Let's give them some more encouragement. We might have to reconsider how we're doing things then, obviously. But alright, let's have a quick think about this. Who's not playing well? No one's not playing well. I wonder if Armstrong is at least tied. We've got Napoleon on the bench. So that's an easy sub to make. We know what Napoleon can do as well. Let's try and demand more. It's difficult to open up too much, isn't it? Down to 10 men. And we have some defending to do, and we haven't marked a man here again. How many times have we seen this? Kavanagh's thinking about it. Thankfully, they go back post. Young is there, gets it clear. Thompson gets it forward for McKay. Now, McKay is quick, and he can finish. He's gone past his man, McKay. Oh! Martin McKay with a 9th of the season. And a nice little acrobatic move at the end there to celebrate in the corner with apparently a brick wall. But Thompson got it forward nice and quickly. He got McKay one-on-one, and look at this, through his legs. And, well, he's not going to miss that, is he? Wonderful stuff from Martin McKay. I have had a look at trying to sign him. The issue we have is that he wants 52 grand a week, which is steep, I'm going to be honest. But we'll keep trying to see what we can do. It's bouncing around there. McKay, and McKay gets a second. And the 10 men of H&W Welders are now 3-1 up over Linfield. And it's been a wonderful, wonderful second half performance from us. We just didn't have to panic. We were still the better team in this game. We still have the better players. And it really does tell a story, doesn't it? When you're playing second in the league with 10 men and you still are comfortably the best side on the field. And it looks as though we are going to get away with Joe Kidd's assault. Surgeon. Now, have they changed the way they're playing? Kavanagh's there. Calm as you like. Back to Young. And what's going to become of this? Here we go with Scully. Scully goes past one. He finds McKay. McKay back to Scully. Is this going to wrap it up once and for all? It's 4-1. We are too good for Northern Irish football, aren't we? I say that. We've drawn and lost against Dungannon in recent memory. Now, McGurk, was that who picked up an injury there? He's on a booking and he's tired as well. So we'll just make a sub just for the well, I've gone blank. Anyway, they've gone 3 up top versus our 1. Goes, all right, Lewis, you got that covered for us, mate. Oh, and that is a lungy tackle, ref. That was off the ground. It's just the 4-on-1 at the back, and they still can't score. I keep going to call him Dimitri Young. I think that's a goalkeeper for the Brisbane Roar, or used to be a goalkeeper for the Brisbane Roar. It must be why I keep going to call him Dimitri Young. But anyway, I think it is, what is his name? Robert Young? Anyway, it doesn't matter. Here we go with McKay again. Is that going to be a penalty? No, it's not. And the clock will wind down, and we have beaten Linfield with 10 men, 4-1. And we've played more than... And we've missed a penalty in there as well. It's just been a very, very good performance from us. Well done, boys. So, there we go. It's 18 points now at the top. A goal difference, more than double the next best. It's not much we can do about it, is it, really? We just got to hope that they get their act together sooner rather than later. We won't be appealing that, I think. So, yeah, there we go. All right, guys. Well, that will do it for today. If you have enjoyed that, make sure you hit thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. And we'll be back next time. We want to try and get to these Basel games as quickly as possible. That, though, I can tell you is too much of a gap for me to play in between. So what we might do is we come back for... We just saw Dungannon. All right, what if we come back for the County Antrim Shield Final and Larne in the league? And then we'll be sort of midway through the January transfer window then as well. That's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games. Yeah, I can just about manage that. So that's all for today, though, guys. As I said, I'll see you next time for a Cup final, or Shield final, and LAN, and a January transfer window that's opened as well. Take care.